High above the clouds at tens of thousands of feet, two names have ruled the skies for over half a century: Boeing and Airbus. Their rivalry has defined modern aviation. But recently, something unexpected has happened. A newcomer has stepped onto the battlefield. From the east, you guessed it, COMAC, China's ambitious aerospace giant. You've probably heard of their first big success, the C919, a narrow-body jet that turned heads around the world. But that was just the warm-up. COMAC's real masterpiece is on the way, the C929, a wide-body aircraft designed to challenge the very best, the Airbus A350 and Boeing DRE AMLINER. So, how could a Chinese jet possibly threaten two of the biggest aviation giants on Earth? And what exactly makes this plane so special? Let's find out. The dream that refused to die for decades. China has dreamed of soaring through the skies with an aircraft built entirely on home soil. That dream began in the 1960s, but the road was anything but smooth. Building a large commercial jet is one of the most complex engineering feats known to man. It demands mastery in aerodynamics, advanced materials, high-performance engines, and strict international safety standards. Yet, China never gave up. In 2008, COMAC, the Commercial Aircraft Corporation of China, was born with a bold mission: to stand shoulder to shoulder with Airbus and Boeing. Their first aircraft, the C919, took off on its maiden commercial flight on May 28, 2023, a moment of immense national pride. It wasn't just a flight, it was a statement. China had arrived, but COMAC's journey didn't end there. The C919, impressive as it was, could only fly medium-range routes, perfect for regional travel, but not for the long-haul skies that connect continents. That's where the next step came in. The C929, the rise of the C929. The C929 represents China's loud and clear declaration: we're ready for the world. Stage. This wide-body jet can carry 280 to 400 passengers over 12,000 kilometers, placing it directly in competition with the Airbus A350 and Boeing 787. Not just another airplane, it's a statement of vision, ambition, and national determination. The C929 was officially unveiled at the Singapore Airshow on February 20, 2024, marking a turning point for COMAC's global ambitions. Originally, the project began as a joint venture with Russia, the CR929, but geopolitical tensions and conflicting priorities pushed Russia out of the deal in 2023. Rather than backing down, China took full control, rebranded it as the C929, and accelerated development even further. It was a message to the world: COMAC is here to stay. Before we dive deeper, if you've made it this far, thank you. This story is just getting started, and your support helps us keep exploring these fascinating breakthroughs in aviation. So if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe. We're on the road to 40,000 subscribers. All right, let's get back to it. Engineering, a marvel. One of the C929's biggest breakthroughs lies in its materials. Over 50% of the aircraft is made from carbon fiber composites, and another 15% from titanium alloys, two of the strongest, lightest materials in aviation. This drastically reduces the aircraft's weight, improves fuel efficiency, and boosts durability against fatigue and corrosion. In aviation, every kilogram saved means lower fuel costs and reduced emissions. A critical advantage in today's eco-conscious world. By integrating these cutting-edge technologies, COMAC has built a jet that's not only lighter and more efficient, but also competitive with the A350 and Dreamliner. Both benchmarks of modern aviation excellence, a cabin built for the future inside. The C929 is designed for comfort and efficiency. It features a 333 seating configuration in economy class, giving passengers noticeably more space and comfort during long-haul journeys. This isn't just a plane, it's a bridge connecting continents, from Asia to Europe, North America, and beyond. The C929 aims to make intercontinental travel smoother, greener, and more accessible than ever. Billion-dollar backing. Many of the C929's innovations are being developed in Hong Kong, now one of Asia's top aerospace hubs. China has invested over 6.56 billion yuan, nearly $918 million USD, into state-of-the-art composite factories, R&D centers, and assembly lines for the C929's massive fuselage components. This massive investment doesn't just represent one aircraft. It's part of China's larger strategy to build a self-sufficient aviation ecosystem capable of designing, manufacturing, and testing aircraft that meet the highest global standards. The challenges ahead, of course. Building an aircraft of this scale isn't just about engineering. It's about trust, and that's one of COMAC C's biggest challenges. While Chinese airlines are eager to adopt the C929, skepticism still exists abroad, especially in Europe and North America. Concerns over safety, reliability, and the Made in China label still linger. So let me ask you, would you feel confident flying on a COMAC aircraft like the C919 or C929? Tell us in the comments below. Another major hurdle is production capacity. While Airbus and Boeing can produce hundreds of jets a year, COMAC is still ramping up building factories, training workers, and creating new supply chains. Scaling to global demand will take time and enormous investment. And then there's the issue of engine technology. The C919 currently uses CFM's LEAP-1C engine, which has been criticized for being less efficient than its Western rivals. For the C929 to truly compete, COMAC needs either a world-class domestic engine or a strong international partner. Interestingly, GE Aerospace and Liebherr, a major European landing gear manufacturer, have both expressed interest in helping COMAC build the largest jetliner China has ever produced. Despite growing political tensions, business collaboration continues, proving that innovation often transcends borders. The global opportunity, despite the challenges, the C929 holds massive potential. China's domestic aviation market is one of the fastest growing on Earth, a huge advantage for COMAC's early success. And beyond that, the company is targeting emerging markets in Asia, Africa, and Latin America, where airlines are looking for cost-effective alternatives to Western aircraft. Even Russia, now more isolated from Western suppliers, could become a key partner and customer, a mutually beneficial relationship that helps both sides modernize their fleets. A new era takes flight. Deliveries of the C929 are expected to begin as early as 2027, when it enters service. It will stand as COMAC C's third civilian jet and a bold symbol of China's industrial independence. Built under strict international standards, featuring fully independent intellectual property, and powered by a growing domestic aerospace ecosystem. The C929 isn't just a new aircraft, it's the embodiment of a nation's ambition to reshape the global aviation industry, and to prove that the future of flight doesn't just belong to the West. So, what do you think? Can COMAC C's C929 truly rival the giants from Seattle and Toulouse? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and as always, thank you for watching. May all your journeys be safe, and all your flights smooth. China's dream of building a large passenger jet goes way back, all the way to the 1960s. It started as a symbol of national pride, the idea that one day, a Chinese-built aircraft would carry passengers across oceans, just like Boeing and Airbus. But reality hit hard. Back then, China lacked the infrastructure, the expertise, and the advanced materials needed to compete on a global scale. Every attempt from early prototypes to partial collaborations ended in frustration. Developing a large commercial aircraft is one of the toughest engineering challenges on Earth. It demands mastery of aerodynamics, engines, composite materials, and international safety standards so strict that even seasoned manufacturers struggle. But if there's one thing China is known for, it's patience and persistence. In 2008, everything changed. China officially founded COMAC, the Commercial Aircraft Corporation of China, with a single, ambitious mission to create a fleet of aircraft that could finally compete with Airbus and Boeing. Their first major step was the C919, a narrow-body jet built for medium-haul routes. Development wasn't easy, but the stakes were enormous. Years of testing, certification, and redesigns followed. But on May 28, 2023, history was made. The C919 completed its first commercial flight, carrying paying passengers from Shanghai to Beijing. For China, that moment was more than a milestone. It was a declaration. For decades, Western giants ruled the air. Now a Chinese-built jet had officially joined the global stage. But COMAC wasn't celebrating for long, because deep inside the company, engineers were already working on something much bigger. something that could finally put them in the same league as Airbus and Boeing. Enter the C929, a wide-body jet designed to carry up to 400 passengers and fly 1,000 kilometers non-stop. That's enough to connect Beijing to New York or Shanghai to London without refueling. Originally, the aircraft was a joint project between China and Russia under the name CR929. It was meant to combine China's manufacturing power with Russia's experience in long-range design. But as tensions grew and priorities clashed, the partnership fell apart. In 2023, Russia officially withdrew. Did that stop COMAC? Not at all. China took full control, rebranded it as the C929, and doubled down on development. The message was clear: the dream will continue with or without partners. When mentioning the battleground at several tens of thousands of feet, there are only Boeing and Airbus have competed for a long time, which has been over 5 decades, and then suddenly a new rival came. Guess who that is? A newbie in this field. Who comes from the East? Guess right, that's COMAC with its ambitious aircraft. You've likely heard the reputation of their beloved C919, but that's just the opening act. COMAC's next masterpiece. The C929 is coming, a wide-body aircraft poised to challenge giants like the A350 and Dreamliner. But how could this Chinese aircraft defeat Boeing and Airbus? What could expect from it? Let's see. For decades, the dream of conquering the skies with Made in China aircraft has burned brightly in the hearts of the Chinese people. Beginning in the 1960s, the journey to realize this dream was anything but smooth, marked by slow progress and countless challenges. Developing a large commercial aircraft is often likened to the pinnacle of complexity in modern engineering, demanding mastery and design, advanced materials, aviation engines, and the ability to meet the world's most stringent standards, yet in the face of adversity. China's resolve only grew stronger in 2008. The Commercial Aircraft Corporation of China, COMAC, was founded bearing the lofty mission of creating commercial aircraft capable of competing on equal footing with Airbus and Boeing. Its first major project, the C919, was conceived as a narrow-body aircraft for regional routes. On May 28, 2023, the C919 made history with its maiden commercial flight, a monumental milestone that marked the culmination of decades of effort. This achievement was not just a technological breakthrough, but also a national symbol of pride, embodying China's resilience and determination to soar to new heights. However, COMAC's journey did not end there. As impressive as the C919 was, it represented only the beginning of greater ambition. With a maximum capacity of 192 passengers and a range of approximately 555 kilometers, the C919 was well suited for short and medium haul routes, yet it could not compete in long-haul intercontinental flights, the elite domain of global aviation. As a result, the C929 has been born a bold new contender. The C929, an ambitious wide-body aircraft, is China's resounding declaration that it is ready to take flight on the world stage. Designed to carry 280 to 400 passengers over distances of up to 12,000 kilometers, it is more than just an engineering marvel. It is a symbol of vision and determination. It represents China's unyielding quest to redefine its place in the global aviation industry and to bridge the gap between aspiration and achievement. This Chinese aircraft was officially unveiled at the Singapore Air Show on February 20, 2024, marking a bold leap forward for COMAC in its ambition to conquer the global aviation industry. Initially developed as a joint project with Russia under the name CR929, the program faced major setbacks when geopolitical tensions and differing priorities led to Russia's withdrawal in 2023. Undeterred, China took full control of the project, rebranded it as the C929, and accelerated its development, demonstrating its unwavering commitment to its long-term vision. But just impressive is the C929. Hold on just a moment. First off, thank you for sticking with us this far. This new COMAC aircraft is impressive, isn't it? But wait, it would mean the world to us if you could show your support by helping us reach 40K subscribers soon. Thank you so much for the motivation. First, one of the most impressive features of the aircraft is its groundbreaking design and advanced materials. As a wide-body aircraft, the C929 faces some of the most extreme challenges in aviation. including high-pressure, extreme temperatures, and corrosive environments, to overcome these obstacles. COMAC has incorporated cutting-edge composite materials with over 50% of the aircraft structure made from carbon fiber and 15% from titanium, alloys two of the most advanced materials in modern aviation. These materials not only significantly reduce the aircraft's weight, but also enhance durability, improve fatigue resistance, and provide superior protection against corrosion in aviation. Reducing weight is a critical factor, as every kilogram saved translates to lower fuel consumption, reducing operating costs, and minimizing environmental impact by integrating state-of-the-art materials and technology. The C929 optimizes performance while positioning itself as a formidable competitor to giants like the Airbus A350 and Boeing 787. This breakthrough not only underscores China's technological prowess, but also elevates its aviation industry to unprecedented heights. Second, the spacious interior of the C929 is a standout feature, boasting a 333-seating configuration in economy class, specifically designed to optimize passenger comfort. This layout not only provides more room, but also significantly enhances the overall travel experience, making this Chinese aircraft an ideal choice for long-haul flights. With its large capacity and exceptional long-range capabilities, the C929 is more than just a mode of transportation. It is a revolutionary bridge connecting Asia with Europe, North America, and other distant regions. This aircraft opens up countless new opportunities for international travel, while redefining the future of intercontinental journeys. Under China's ambition to reshape the global aviation industry, many groundbreaking innovations for the C929 are taking place in Hong Kong, a city renowned not only for its vibrant economy, but also for its advanced technological capabilities. Hong Kong emerged as a leading hub for aerospace development, attracting top talent, innovation, and resources to drive the growth of the aviation industry. To support this wide-body aircraft project, billions of yen have been invested into facilities including composite material factories, advanced aerospace, research and development centers, and cutting-edge assembly lines for large aircraft fuselage components. Notably, the total investment in these facilities exceeds 6.56 billion yuan, which is approximately 9,184 million USD. Monumental commitment that underscores China's unwavering determination to ensure the success of the C929. The establishment and operation of these facilities not only demonstrate China's long-term vision, but also reinforce its serious intent to develop domestic aviation technologies that meet international standards while pioneering new advancements in the global aviation industry. This mass investment will not only elevate the quality of the aircraft, but also propel the sustainable development of the entire industry, from providing high-quality materials to manufacturing sophisticated aircraft components. Supported by modern infrastructure and a skilled workforce, the C929 is poised to not only compete but reshape the future of global aviation. However, building an aircraft of the scale and complexity of the C929 is no easy feat. It is not only a technical challenge, but also a confrontation with long-standing biases. In the global aviation industry, one of the biggest hurdles for COMAC is gaining acceptance in the international market. While Chinese airlines have shown strong support for this aircraft, skepticism remains high in regions like Europe and North America. Concerns over safety, reliability, and quality remain significant barriers, largely due to a lack of familiarity with aircraft produced in China and the biases surrounding Made in China products, an issue that has become deeply ingrained in the perception of many international operators and passengers. Would you feel confident flying in a made-in-China aircraft like the C919 or C929? Why? Or why not? Additionally, production capacity is a crucial factor that must be overcome currently. COMAC's manufacturing capabilities are far behind those of Western giants like Airbus and Boeing, while these industry behemoths can produce hundreds of aircraft annually. COMAC is still in the process of scaling up its production and building the necessary infrastructure to meet global demand. This requires not only a long-term strategy, but also substantial investments in technology, facilities, and a highly skilled workforce to produce aircraft that meet international standards and can compete in terms of output with traditional industry leaders. Moreover, COMAC self-sufficiency efforts continue to face challenges, especially as many aircraft components and parts still rely on Western manufacturers despite significant progress in domestic technology development and production. This manufacturer still needs support from foreign partners in various areas, particularly in engines and other critical systems, to effectively compete on the international stage. The engines of the C929 play a crucial role in the success of the aircraft. While the C919 uses the CFM LEAP 1C engine, this engine has been criticized for its lower efficiency compared to competing models for the aircraft to effectively compete with widebody aircraft from Airbus and Boeing. COMAC must ensure that the aircraft's engines deliver outstanding performance and world-class reliability. Developing domestic engines or seeking reliable international partners for high-quality engines is a key factor in making the C929 a true competitor in the global aviation market. In November, U.S. jet engine manufacturer GE Aerospace and European landing gear producer Liebherr expressed their intention to assist China's leading civil aircraft developer in building the largest jetliner ever. After decades of supplying parts for smaller aircraft, these bids reflect how China may continue to rely on foreign partners even as the country intensifies its efforts toward industrial and technological self-sufficiency amidst ongoing tensions with the West. Liebherr